All right, we're going to try and do this streaming thing. So, stop on by, come say hi. We're going to go ahead and start the party.
Not Romeo and Juliet.
Start in the party.
Every time that I farted.
Whoa.
We're gonna get Matt. Hi, out.
Oh, everybody's here, so...
Not Matt.
I know, but everybody who matters.
Right? Right?
Damn!
But that reminds me, I think it's the 15th of next month?
August 15th?
Yes. Nearly positive. Yes, August 15th. We won't have a game because Matt is visiting, so we'll be doing other things.
You're going to make me cry.
Because I won't be able to make next week, and I think the 15th is the week that I'm also working the beginning of the week.
Well, that works out fine for you, doesn't it?
Well, I have even more bad news.
What's that?
So I've already talked to Az and Fortune about this.
No more game?
No more game.
Oh, man.
So my work schedule is changing to where Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are going to be my late days. Yeah.
That's okay.
So
Can
I
we
have
say
to...
I won?
So I'm gonna run this Friday because my schedule change doesn't take effect until the week after. We can close some things up, unless you guys don't want to, which I totally would understand. But we can close some things up. Yeah, I've had to stop the Friday game. I have to leave my Saturday game, and I can't join a Sunday game.
And you know, I just got way shittier.
All right, so it's going to be a battle royale on Friday night, winner take all.
We could do that.
I mean, finish it up like the one shot we were supposed to do.
Oh, I don't even have that anymore.
I know, but I loved the premise though. Like, it was super cool about like the haunted island or something. Like,
I actually ran that last Sunday for some people.
Did you? It just, I liked the premise of it. It was just really fun. I'm sorry I had to go to bed so early, but yeah.
For the record, I don't care if we play on Friday or not. If most people say let's play, I'll play. If most people say we won't.
Right, yeah. I'll end up taking a vote. Yeah. But yeah, I've already talked to Fortune and Az about it, and they're fine with it, because Az runs my Saturday game, and I had to back out of that too.
I mean, it sucks, but
it's life.
I'm about to start a new job too, and then school's supposed to pick up as well. So, and I have Fridays. I know, and I actually have to show up on Fridays now. I don't have Fridays off, so it may end up being like kismet.
I know my girlfriend was getting annoyed with me spending 3 days playing D&D, so I think that's...
Yeah, you're right. She should get annoyed with you. That's not enough.
No, that's right.
She should join. Totally.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
That's what I did. I brought my wife into all my games. It makes it easy. She can't get mad because she's there too.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Benton, mysterious. But if I had to pick one of those, intimidating.
That's good. Like, not like scared, like oh, but like oh, not like oh, run in fear. More like oh, okay. Like the one guy at work you don't want to come visit from home office.
Oh, not him.
Hi, kitty piggy.
Okay. Let's just accept that this is gonna happen and hope nothing weird happens.
I went through that Tuesday? Yesterday.
Say hi.
But we won an IVAC at work, so that's cool.
Okay, there you go.
So some salons have these built into their walls. You guys know like baseboard.
Yo, Juju, what's up?
Like baseboard vents for your furnace. So imagine like baseboard.
I want to kill things.
Yes, but we got a mini one, which is like a portable little shop vac looking thing. It's pretty cool. I haven't had to empty a dustbin or not a dustbin. What's it called?
Dustpan.
Dustpan. In 2 days, so that's nice.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah. It's just very loud and it's right next to my counter.
Thank you for stopping by, Isaac. Appreciate you, brother.
Only grind.
I'll be back on later tonight. Probably. Maybe. We'll see.
Send this message.
Bitch him out.
Doesn't exist. Well, I'm not gonna wait for it. Nothing? Alright.
Huh?
What happened last week? Anyone want to recap it?
Lot.
We killed the white one.
Yeah. Culver stole my kill again.
Kill Whitey. Yes. Excellent.
You guys got a foldable boat?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
Alright.
We have already started rowing back to Shambhala. We expect to go there, send a ship back to bring back or to help out with the ones that want to leave.
Oh, we learned that a paper boat counts as a ship.
Yep, folding boat counts
Yep.
as a ship.
Yep. Definitely does. Sets off
So
traps.
Can someone tell me why we took our own thing instead of hitching a ride with the guys we already paid? I missed that part. I think
It was a show of dominance.
Because we already have our own boat.
Because for some reason you had to dominate that poor ship, and
Yeah, we also didn't have to turn our ship around.
and I didn't have to remember anyone on that ship's name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think I may have had it written down.
We didn't have to, answer any questions they may have had.
All right.
It's
So
written down.
you all are presently sailing aboard your new vessel. We'll say that you've been traveling for about half a day
And
at this
I've
point.
got that air in the middle too. Forgot about that. Sorry.
It went on for an hour. It pushed you forward.
That was nice.
It gave you a nice little boost to begin with.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're all traveling along. The sun sets. You all rest. So long rest, if that matters for anybody. I'm not sure you've done anything since our last long rest. And
I think we did everything since our last long rest. We
you
just took a short
slept
rest.
after you killed the dragon.
Yep.
Pretty sure you did.
Oh yeah, it looks like.
So you all wake up. Tor, he teaches you enough that when he has to sleep, you guys can keep the ship on course. And then you wake up the next morning. You're in the middle of the ocean. It's nice. It's not cold anymore. It's now the sun. You can feel its heat as opposed to just seeing it and being mocked by it.
Sweet.
I also spent the night communing with the Ruby Swordsman and fashioned a holy symbol through his direction.
Okay. Make a religion check for me.
You don't know shit.
Nice.
You managed to do it. That's fine because class ability.
Heathen.
Yeah.
You get a really strange feeling as you start to use it and practice with it. You get this feeling like you're disappointing someone. You're not sure what that means, what you've done that's disappointing, but you know that feeling when you let somebody down. You feel that.
Yeah.
Made God cry.
That's pretty hard to do.
I
Anyway.
make God cry every night.
You all are traveling along. Can I get who would be watching? Fenrith
That's
and
me.
Alexin to make perception checks. Put your finger on the trigger, huh? You're traveling along, and you look over on towards it would be the east, southern. It'd be the south, and you can see familiar green lights that you have seen before.
Those damn things.
Yeah, they're. You figure this is about the same spot you saw them last time. They don't seem to be in a new place, but they're still there.
They're just orbs, right?
Yeah, look to be just rising out of the water, like bubbles that pop and
That's so
dissipate.
weird.
They're bright emerald green.
That's really weird.
Yep. They're actually brighter than usual. Than last time. Before they looked more seafoam. Now they look brighter.
That's weird.
But if you don't want to
We got
investigate,
control of our own ship now. We could just steer directly into it.
I don't think that's a good idea. It's just me, but I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't know. Maybe it's a green orb of unlimited power.
maybe.
It could also be a drunk sea monster burping up vile nastiness.
Maybe. So we're not investigating then?
I mean,
No, I don't care.
I'm not. We're not driving the boat into it. I know that much.
I just need to know if you guys intend to investigate it or drive or go past it so I can move on or.
I think we'll just go past
Investigate
it.
from
That's
this.
my vote.
Oh. Anyone
Unless you
have any
wanna-
other votes? We'll put it to a vote. Who wants to investigate? Pussies. All right. Push
Hey, I
on.
don't want to face the fucking
Train
kraken.
as well? Like, I don't know what this is.
Tor
It's the
looks over-
Kraken!
Tor looks over and says, "What the hell is that? What the hell is that?"
No clue.
It's the same thing to ourselves on the way here. It's scary. You don't know what these are, do you?
You're gonna go ahead and give me either a nature or history check, whichever you're better at.
Oh, I want to give a nature check. I'm good at nature. Damn it.
No fucking clue.
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah.
I mean, being from where you're from, you've seen a lot of weird shit. Maybe you've heard
Straight
of
up
shit
talking.
like this before, but it doesn't strike you as anything in particular. Doesn't seem totally alien to you, but you don't know what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't even know how to relay that to anybody else. Just keep my mouth
Alright. So,
shut. Like, I
as you
think
guys-
I know what it is, or I've seen it before, but I don't know what it is.
so as you guys push out, you continue boating. Let's say you go on for however long it takes you to get back. Nothing kills you in the night. However, about half a day out from Chambal, you see ships moving from north to south. A whole fleet of them, probably 10 ships. They are raising the flags of Arias over them, and they seem to be large and very well manned. Look, you actually, Tor feels the need to stop the ship, like kind of turn it around while they pass, because they don't seem to give a shit that you're there, and if you had crossed their path, they would have just taken you out. The ships are moving hurriedly, and they stay in formation,
You said north to south or south to north?
north to south. And as they go by you, they don't pay you any mind. They don't hail you at all. They just hurry on. As you look by, you see men on the deck in full armor for some reason.
very good idea. If you
Some
fall
of
in,
them
you
seem to be
sink.
doing.
Doesn't
Say
bode
again?
well.
Not a good idea. You can't swim in that shit.
Yeah, right. Bad idea. But they seem to be doing drills of some sort. You see them practicing with their weapons on deck. There are people that are just like manning the ship and sailing it, but there are people that are like in formation, attacking, parrying. Some are sparring on some ships. That kind of stuff. Real Fire Nation type shit. But after a few moments, they're past you. Tor continues on. Tor comments on that as well. Well, what the hell was that?
Your guess is as good as mine.
What's been going on? It's been a long
There's
time.
some
since
shit
I've
went
been
down
mainland.
Shambal.
Yeah, we've been gone for a little while ourselves, so we're not quite sure.
Yeah, it's been what, about a week?
I
I think it's like 2 or 3.
closer to 2, almost 3.
Okay.
It's
So,
a week
yeah,
to get the
I
week
mean-
back, and then you're on the island. So
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, when we left, Shambal had been attacked. The guard weren't saying anything. They didn't want to investigate with people who had actually assailed a necromancer. I was attacked the night before we left. You know,
Oh, damn it.
stuff.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that they let somebody go.
Stuff and things, yep.
I can't determine whether or not I came back with the right folk or not.
You're not dead yet, so you're good.
That's true, but we're not there yet.
We also saved most of your people.
That's true. I was just pointed out that you were attacked.
For assailing a necromancer, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I don't. Maybe we part ways when we dock.
Sure.
For a time.
Well, you have to go back and get your people, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll handle that. That's not your job anymore. I appreciate what you've done.
No, it's not.
But I will. I'll make sure that my people get the help they need. Anyway, we're almost there. A few more hours. So just kick back, relax, and enjoy the waves.
And these slow beats.
Anyway, so he continues sailing. You all relax for the last leg of your journey.
Oh.
And eventually, about a few hours past midday, you see Shambal.
Maybe.
Tor leads the ship to the dock. There's a few people on the dock that help it anchor and all that. And a man approaches you as you guys prepare to disembark. And he says, "Hi, hello. Are
Hello?
you prepared to pay the fees?"
Fees?
No.
I mean, I guess we kind of have to.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
What's the fee for?
For docking.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't.
No, we don't.
Oh, wait.
We won't be talking.
What boat? And I say the command word. Catch it.
Oh. And he just looks around, very fucking confused. Well then. And he like reaches out over the water where the ship was.
That's minor illusion. Dude, put a small little tugboat boy in the water.
No, a little rough.
Yo, Leland, what's going on, man? Welcome.
In that boat, that's a child's toy.
Just I don't have time for this. Anyway, wonderful. And he turns around and he goes off to bother someone else.
Bye.
As you all start walking off the dock, you realize that you're in the area where the attack happened the last time you were here.
Ah, yes.
There seems to be a small makeshift shrine over at one area. You see a young boy just kind of standing there looking down at it looks to be like pictures, like drawings of people and a few trinkets, a lot of flowers. He just seems to be kind of staring down at it. And as you get closer, you notice, you know this boy. The day that happened, he was, after everything had finished, he was still there. You guys tried to comfort him and tell him everything was okay, but he ran away.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible.
We sent the devil
that guy.
to go try to talk to him after a zombie attack.
That was the greatest idea ever.
He looks to be wearing ragged clothes. He has a black hat, like a real Oliver Twist kind of hat pulled over his head. And he's just like looking down with his hands in his pockets, unmoving, a motionless face.
I'm playing a D&D game right now, but
Again, not that you have to interact. I'm just pointing out that he's there. It doesn't look to be anything else important around. People are going about their business. There are a few stalls in this area that are open, mostly selling fish and other things to either help you catch fish or help you prepare fish.
I want to walk up to the little boy and hand him 10 gold pieces.
You beat me to it.
As you step up, he doesn't react to your presence at all.
What about Shadows? I want Shadow to lick him as well.
All right now.
All right, can you just roll a d20 for me?
Fucking
Super
the
tasty.
dire wolf. Go up and lick the kid.
Yeah.
Literally.
Ooh, I crit.
Ooh.
Licked him to death.
He
Actually.
doesn't notice any of you, and then as Shadow licks him, his eyes blink back into existence, and he turns. He turns and looks over you with this glazed kind of look. And he just says, "Leave me alone. Oh, leave me alone." He's a blonde kid, blue eyes, freckles, no more than 12. What do you
Hitler
want?
Youth looking motherfucker.
He's a real Nazi kid.
Yes.
That's it. Just leave me alone, okay?
I remember you from the attack that night.
Oh, way to bring up old memories.
Shut up, Kakron.
Remember my parents, too?
Yes, and that's why I wanted to give this to you, and I hold out 10 gold pieces. I wanted to give this to you to make sure that you are taken care of.
At this point, his eyes seem to focus, and he registers you. Says, I remember you, too. And then he spits on the gold, and I don't need your fucking money. Leave me alone. And he kicks rocks, like literally kicks a rock away from you, and then turns around and starts walking away.
Oh, this kid doesn't know he's messing with. All right. Yeah, fine.
Okay. What would you like to do?
The old man and the kid. You know, Fenrith is what, like 300 years old?
Hey, Fenrith,
Yep.
I think you found your future arch enemy.
Yes.
All right. What are we doing, friends?
I'd like to go to the bank and change some of this silver into gold or platinum, please.
Yes.
Yeah,
We need to
can we
find
do
a money
that?
changer.
Simple enough to do. Exchange it however you wish.
Bank?
Have the money
Sweet.
to do it.
Sweet.
You approach there's a bank not too far from the dock. It's easy enough to do. So exchange it however you want.
We have 482 silver pieces in the bag. Right?
I have no idea.
No. That's what I'm making sure everybody's on the same page as me. So that's 48 gold, 2 silver pieces left over. Great.
Oh, 48 to everybody, or what? No,
No.
48
That's
to
just the bag of
and-
holding.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I guess.
Well, I'll let you take care of that.
So, remind me how much gold or silver pieces, how many silver pieces we found.
It's like 3,400 something per person.
It was like,
Yeah.
I thought it was more than that. I
It
thought
was
it was
something
like
crazy, but-
23,000.
It was a number I randomly generated.
It
and
was-
did not write down.
It was like 23,000 silver pieces.
Yeah.
it was. It was 23,000 silver pieces, so broken up between the
So
6 of us, that was-
32.85 for the 7 of us?
Yep.
That number sounds right.
Yeah. So that's 328 gold and 5 silver.
Yep.
Great.
Great.
GR8.
How much money do you guys have? Like, a lot?
A ton.
Yeah.
We've got 10,048 gold pieces, 2 silver pieces, 10 copper pieces, 7 small sapphires worth 50 gold apiece, 12 sapphires worth 100 gold apiece, 7 rubies of 50 gold apiece, 7 gems worth 50 gold apiece, and 4,900 platinum.
And then Matt has 50,000 that no one knows about.
And personally, I have about 1,700 gold pieces.
So you guys have well over 200K.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fitting very pretty.
All right. So what are we doing now that we've exchanged our gold?
I need to go.
I heard math happening. I kind of blacked out.
So if you're converting your 3,200
Massive amounts of silver pieces.
Yeah, 3,285 silver pieces, you will obtain 328 gold and have 5 silver pieces left over.
Okay.
'Kay.
328. Got it.
Yes.
So I would like to go back to the.
You want to get your blade?
I want to get my my quarterstaff back from that guy that has the adamantium on the tips, or adamantine, whatever it is.
So how much did I charge you for that? You remember? I think it was 200 up front, 200 when you paid, or when you picked up.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah. All right. So you head to the other side of town. You have to go over the bridge. You could have exchanged the gems with the same guy. So you can exchange it if you want to. So you have to head over the bridge, over to the bazaar. I'm actually going to put you guys on the Shambhala map.
What?
Oh my god! It's been forever.
It's been so long. I'm so confused.
over the bridge, past the mayor's estate, to the bazaar. You knock on his. You walk into the blacksmith, and he's there. He's currently working on something, but when he sees you, he says, "Oh, hi. I remember you. You finally come back."
Yeah, it's been a while.
To sell this thing.
No, please don't. I want it.
I still have it. Don't worry. Just 1 minute, okay?
Yes.
So he goes out. He goes to the back. Comes back with a long cylindrical package wrapped up in butcher paper and cloth. He presents it to you and he says, "Now look, I'm not gonna claim it's perfect. It's good. It'll work. Doesn't do anything special. But I hope it's what you want."
I tear into the
Wrapped up in
package
paper,
like
cloth, and twine.
I tear into the package like a kid on Christmas morning.
You rip it open, and sitting there before you is this black. It's all black,
Fuck yeah.
with silver inlays. The blades on each end are sharp, razor sharp. Like you're scared to hold them too close to your face because you might cut off your face.
Nice.
And they look finely honed. It's well weighed. The quarterstaff itself is wrapped in really fine leathers to give you nice grip. But it looks like it worked, and it looks like what you ordered.
Sweet.
Double-bladed quarterstaff. So for the purposes of this, we'll say it's quarterstaff. It does slashing damage instead of bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say that on a natural 20, it does an additional D8 or D10 depending on how you're wielding it. Or is it D6 or D8? It's
6 and 8.
but I don't know.
Yeah, it's 6 and 8.
So whatever, it does an additional on top of whatever.
Okay.
Because it's
Does
kind
it
of
still have the same property against objects as adamantine does?
What is that? What is the property exactly? I know what.
Auto crit.
Auto crit
Auto crit.
Yeah.
against objects.
Oh, against like actual objects?
Yeah, like a lock or something like that.
Sure. That's fine.
Also, fun fact, I learned of a really good way to get rid of locks, like a padlock. Have your sorcerer cast reduce on it, and then smash it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. I didn't know you could cast reduce on an object.
Or cast enlarge on it, and the tumbler is really big, so you can just use your hand.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That is crafty.
Then it turns and it snaps your arm clean off.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll hand him 25 platinum, saying keep the change.
That's very nice of you. If you can, I worked really hard on this, and I'm really trying to get some more business in here. If you can just tell people to come see Drellin, that would be, if they like what I made.
Not a problem. I can do that.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
No problem. If you need anything else, I'm around.
All right, you have a great day.
All right. Anyone else need to shop?
I do need a diamond still.
Okay. It's easy enough to get it done.
I need to look into what materials I need.
Yeah, if there's any specific materials, unless you'd like to roleplay it, you
No.
can find basically anything here. If you think it's a crazy thing that wouldn't be here, then fine, say something. But it's a port town; most things come through here.
Can I
So you
buy a
can-
shit ton of incense?
Great.
There's incense. Buy as much as you want. Keep that bird going.
Right, gotta keep the bird going.
Crack cocaine.
If you wanna hang out, you gotta. What do you finish it for me?
Cocaine.
So yeah, go ahead and buy your diamonds, buy your shit, whatever. After you're done with that, what would you like to do?
Let's go talk to Harold.
Hey guys, I want to lend me 150 gold.
How do you have no
Sure.
money?
I got plenty of money. I don't have plate armor money.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, I'd throw him 15 platinum.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, this is still 150. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I added an extra 0 in my head to it. That's
That's too much. So you want to buy plate?
yeah.
500.
I wanna seduce the shit out of this.
25
This,
minus 40, so
armor
65,
smith.
60.
First off, go ahead and roll an investigation check. This plate armor, is it super common? 11. You start asking around. No one in the bazaar has. But they do direct you to a man who... He doesn't usually sell the things that he makes, but he can be coerced into doing so. He usually, he works... not works, but he lives over in like the rich part of town, which is just north east of where you are now.
In the snob quarter.
He just has like a private smithy where he makes things, then displays them in his house. He's eccentric, is what you're described to you. But you get directions. You can get directions to his house. Do you want to go there?
I step up to the door, and then I realize I don't want to buy a plate, and I had something else I wanted to buy, and I turn around. But I note it for the future.
Okay.
What?
What was the other thing you wanted to buy?
The other 1,000 gold worth of opals.
You want to buy?
Oh yeah, there you go.
What are you buying opals for?
To reconsecrate the ground at the temple.
Right.
Yep.
That's right. I can't remember everything I say, guys. All right.
How dare you?
Does anyone else want to buy anything or talk to anyone besides him? Then are we going to see Harold?
I think we should.
All
I
right.
think it's time.
It's time, boys and girls.
Excellent.
All right. So you head back over the bridge, past the mayor's house, down to the poorer section of Shambhala, over to a familiar inn, which leads to a familiar guild, or a familiar tavern that leads to a familiar guild. Sitting inside the tavern, you see Greg. But you don't just see Greg. You actually see a pretty lively tavern for 4 o'clock in an afternoon. There are
Get my money back.
a good 24 people in here. Sitting around talking, carousing, some people playing cards, some people just drinking. Gray is sitting in the corner at a table by himself with an untouched beer, reading a book.
As soon as we make it to the tavern, I go straight for the bar and like fall to my knees in praise of almighty beer. Ask the bartender for like 2 pints.
As you pray to beer, you feel another disappointment feeling.
Oh damn.
And the bartender, however, happily obliges. Which is weird, because he's happy. And you get the feeling it's because there's people in here and he's been getting tips. So as he hands you over the tank,
Oh, crap. No, go back in.
looking you over.
How much is it?
A silver piece.
All right, and I'll toss him 5.
We're gonna upset the economy so much.
So bad.
He nods to you with like a, and that's that. You have your drinks.
Let's go talk to Gray.
Yeah. I'm guessing that Shadow doesn't fit in.
No, he does not fit in the door.
Okay.
And I'll follow behind everybody, double fisting my tankards, hoping
Wait,
that they don't spill.
Wait. Asteria, do you know Enlarge Reduce?
No.
Oh, poor Shadow.
That's okay. Shadow can keep watch outside with a... I'm going to go to the bartender and ask if there's a way that we can take a keg, pop the top off of it, and set it out there for him to drink.
Drunken direwolf.
Hey, buddy.
For 10 gold pieces, I'll do that.
Done.
Okay. He proceeds to do exactly what you asked. And you see him carry this heavy keg outside. He's not struggling per se, but it's not the easiest.
Well,
thing to
hello,
go for. It bumps
AB.
up
How
off.
are you?
And Shadow starts to drink. However, as you are walking up, as you've been in Chambal, Shadow has been getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, that's understandable. Understandable.
People are afraid. Some people are interested. And then some people, realizing he seems tame, approach and then think better of it. But now, as you get him this beer and everything, you can see people walking by and just like staring at him in like this strange horror and intrigue. No one comes up save for one small child, no more than 6 years old. He comes up as Shadow starts to drink and he says, "Wow, mister, is that your puppy dog?"
Yeah, sure. We'll name him my puppy dog. His name is Shadow.
Can I pet your puppy dog? I want to pet me so big and fluffy.
You can pet him. He will not bite you.
Oh, I want to pet him. And then he starts to like reach up and pet Shadow. And Shadow's like not into it, but he knows that you're telling him not to bite him. And so he's like, I want to
Don't eat the kid.
But I
Don't eat the kid.
you more than my stomach. And so after a solid 5 minutes of this kid just petting the side of your wolf, he says, "Hey, thanks so much for letting me pet your dog, mister. I hope I see him again. I like him so much. He's so fluffy."
Okay, you have a great day, buddy.
He skips away very happily. Back to his dad, who you realize has been, instead of watching his child, watching this woman who seems to be doing some kind of business at a cart nearby. She is wearing a very short, provocative dress, and so he seems to have misplaced his kid for a few minutes.
So the oldest business.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, got it.
She seems to be doing like real business, like she's like buying and selling things, but he is distracted. But he doesn't seem to notice his kid leave or come back. The rest of you, and now Fenrith returning, you approach Gray, who looks up from his book and he says, "You guys didn't die. Did you hear me? Could you hear me just now?"
Yeah.
Okay, because my thing didn't light up, so.
Oh yeah, we heard you.
I thought you were talking like, yes.
Can you
Did you hear me?
Oh shit! No.
Did you hear what I said?
Oh, you're back. You didn't die. That's hysteria.
Surprisingly, yes. Oh, and yes, we do have a visitor.
Yeah.
Died.
Oh, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that right now. Let's not talk about that right now.
Are you here to
Too
see
soon.
Harold then?
Indeed.
Okay. He's here. He'll be very interested to see you. Come on. He picks up his book, forgets his beer, and heads through the door into the guild.
After we pass by, I grab the third tanker.
Of course you do.
Make a dexterity check. You waiter carry all three of them and start drinking from them in their triangle formation. As you step in, this is a much different sight than you've seen the guild before, as the previous times you've seen the guild. There are people there. Not just one or two. There's at least 10. They look to be armored and ready to fight. Some are training. Some seem to be going over some kind of plan over in the corner. It seems much more lively, just like the bar. Gray walks up the stairs, leads you along the way to the same familiar door with the tree engraved on it. And he knocks. And you hear on the other side, "What? Who is it? Gray, is that you?" And Gray says, "Yeah, yes, it's me. Yeah. They're back."
Push Hysteria forward to the front of the group.
Okay.
Sick 'em.
He says, "Well,
This is happening.
open the door, Gray." And Gray opens the door.
Skid 'em.
You see Harold sitting behind his desk. He looks up. He sees Asteria. He says, "Well, son of a bitch, you're alive." Surprising.
That's all you got?
What else would you have of me? What did you learn?
Really, Harold?
What?
Really? That's all you've got?
What?
You mean
Oh.
what?
You left me there to die.
I assumed you were dead. Where's the rest of your group, Asteria?
Dead?
They blowed up.
Yeah. When you didn't come back, I assumed the same happened to you. What would you have me do? Send a rescue mission for a body?
Well, you could have instructed the people you sent to finish my mission to
And
keep an eye
distracted
out
them
for
from the
survivors.
job they had? No.
We were pretty distracted enough, Harold.
Yes, with the job that you had to do. Correct?
That you gave us
A little more than that.
no information about.
I
you
don't
sent
have
us
any
into
information.
a trap.
I
You
sent
sent
you
us into a
into what the contract asked for.
What contract?
The people that contracted us.
There's no contract. It was
Not
a letter.
a physical contract. No, that's. I was given the money.
You should show them what's in your bag.
Oh, I don't know if he could handle it.
Look, Asteria, I'm glad you're alive. I didn't want for you to die, and I didn't plan for you to die. But I didn't think you were alive. And if I had sent them with the mission of, oh, also find these people that may have died, but also might not have died, it might have distracted them from their job. And obviously, if you died, you were in a very dangerous place. So, if
No,
they
it's
went
just
to
it's
find
very
you in a
enlightening
dangerous
on
place-
how you think of us and our
Look.
value to you as employees. And I, for one, no longer wish to work with you.
I wouldn't do that, Asteria. Look, I can't keep you here. I don't care if you go. I'm not the only one with skin in this game. So, if you walk out this door and choose not to continue, fine. But don't blame me for what happens.
What do you mean by that, Harold? Why don't you tell us? I'm gonna cast suggestion on.
It's a wisdom save, yeah?
Correct, DC 16.
Page.
And actually, I'm gonna spend the sorcery points and bend his luck and add a D4 to his AC or his DC save. What he has to do.
Does it minus it? Just minuses a d4 from whatever Harold rolls?
Yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
mini Bane.
Okay. What's the DC?
16?
16. So he has to beat an 18, basically.
What did you say?
Tell us what he meant by the threat to me.
Yeah, I said, what is that supposed to mean? Why don't you tell us?
He
Oh
looks,
my god, I don't want the definition.
he looks very, for a moment he looks like he's about to be vague, and then he says, well, they'll probably kill you.
Oh.
And then he shakes off the effect.
You're gonna
What?
sit down and answer every question we ask you truthfully. I'm gonna cast it again.
Your DC is
16.
he passed.
Alright, I'll pull up my...
Not with
Roll
the
of power.
-4.
You
Did he
didn't call
pass
that
with
out.
the -4?
You didn't call that out.
Oh my gosh, I was typing. I was typing it, damn it.
Nope.
Okay, fine. Fine.
All right.
I'll give up my Pearl of Power ability to cast it again.
He, as you do that, he says, "Look, I don't like this," and counterspells it.
Okay. He cannot
If you-
counterspell something without obvious components, like somatic components. It's just verbal.
I don't think that's true.
Well, I mean, you're saying something. Like,
Yeah, it's very
I'm,
like
I'm just saying words.
yeah, but he feels a magical effect, like he knows something's happening.
He doesn't.
He doesn't know, like he doesn't know what it is. but he knows-
Suggestion is strictly verbal.
Does the spell say that you don't know what happened afterwards?
Yes.
When you see a creature within 60 feet of you casting a spell, if I am just speaking, he cannot tell that I am casting a spell.
Well, and that was one of the benefits to having suggestion over friends or one of the other ones is, or charm, is they don't know what happened.
All right. He doesn't counterspell it then. You want to do it again? Natural 20.
Okay.
Damn.
So he shakes off, looks at you, confused but not sure what happened. He says, "Look, I get it. I understand. I know there's some strange things happening here.
Yeah, you just threatened that people were going to kill us if we left your employment.
I did not threaten it. I don't want you dead. I have
Okay.
nothing to do with it.
Then
It's not a threat.
who?
I
Who
can't
then?
talk. I can't.
Can
tell
or
you.
won't?
A little bit of both. I mean, I could.
Good.
I very
yes.
well could.
Then what's it gonna take? Because obviously there's something going on here that we don't know about, and you don't want us to know about.
Yep.
Yes.
On pain of death. On pain of death. That's a big thing to drop on someone. Especially a group of
I don't know why I said
adventurers.
that. I don't know why I said it.
I don't know either, but you said it. And as our boss, we should be able to take you at your word.
We should be able to trust you.
Should
Have I
be able to
given
do
you
a
any
lot of
reason
things.
to trust me.
Your vague answers.
Have I given you any reason to trust me? We've known each other for a few months now. Have I ever done anything trustworthy?
You've
Paid us when we
paid
said
us.
we've done what we've done.
Right.
Have I ever
You've
seemed
done
to
honest
care
business
about
with
your
us.
well-being?
No, but
Have I ever
You-
seemed to care about anything other than you doing what I've asked you to fucking do?
no, but that's what an employer does.
Yes, I don't care about you.
Okay. Then why warn her that someone was going to kill her? Why? If you don't care, then why?
I don't want to see anyone dead. And plus, it's a lot of fucking work to hire more people to replace you after you've been killed.
Well,
And it's
technically,
gonna reflect poorly on me when they have to send somebody to fucking kill you assholes. Okay? I don't want to deal with the blowback. So if you don't want to be here, then don't be here. But if you're gonna come into my fucking office and accuse me of not giving a shit, you are correct. I do not give a shit and have not given you any fucking reason to think that I do. So if you want to continue our business arrangement where you do things and I give you fucking money, then sit the fuck down and prepare for your next mission. If not, get the fuck out of my office and deal with the consequences.
Just out of curiosity, if there's a question you will answer, who owns this building?
Get the fuck out of my office.
Who owns this building? I'm sure I could ask at the city register.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Sure.
Ooh, ouch.
oof.
He says, get out of my office. And you turn and walk out of his office, Lex. You
Can I
just
get-
walk to the door. And
I'll
then...
walk back in.
Fair.
So, are we going to do this the easy way or the hard way, Harold?
It's starting to feel like
owns
we're going to
this
do it the
building?
hard way.
One question.
Culver
I don't
runs
have to
away.
answer you,
You don't have
and
to.
I'm not going to.
Alright. I'm sure the government will be able to tell us.
Oh, good times. Good
Fine.
times.
I guess.
I go to the water closet where I left the scrying orb.
Okay.
Is it there?
Mhm.
I pick it up.
Okay.
I attempt to find another place to hide it.
Where at? Anywhere in particular, or just somewhere in the game?
Just somewhere where nobody's gonna bother it. Nobody's gonna find it, nobody's gonna bother it.
Alright, make an investigation check.
14.
Yeah, you find a spot. It's like inside of a really dusty plant down by the fighting arena, like a fake plant, but it looks like no one cares for it. Near the fighting pit.
Fake plants?
Or that
Sure.
Fenrith fought in once, or was that the other guy?
No, it was. I think it was
That's
Dardar.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave it there.
Okay.
So since we only have a employee-employer relationship, how about you go ahead and pay us then?
All right. I can do that. What did you do? I don't know how much to pay you unless you tell me what happened.
Well, we killed
We
two
killed
fucking
all the
dragons.
He looks confused. Dragons? Or wormlings?
Well, they sure as hell could talk and were intelligent, so I would say dragons.
But that's not possible.
Okay, we're liars then. Cool.
I wasn't saying that. I was simply confused. But if you don't want to offer me any more context, I will assume you are liars. You fought wormlings.
We found the survivors.
What survivor? The
The
people
research.
that were on the island? I thought.
Well, the
they're not-
Dragonborn that were
They're
on the
not
island.
dead?
Nope.
Huh.
We
Interesting.
actually brought one back with us, and he is securing a ship to go back for the rest of his people.
Oh. You don't want to do
It's not on me.
It's not like you gave us any context, so yeah, we're kind of flying solo.
Like I said earlier, I don't care. I don't care if you live or die, but
But you're setting us up to die because you refused to share the information you have.
I
with
am setting myself up to live. I'm giving you as much information as I can.
As much as you want to. Let's not say you can, because you can give us a lot more.
All right, fuck you then. I don't care. So you killed a couple of wormlings, wonderful. Was there any other thing harrying the island? Any other thing dangerous that happened? Did you take care of? Did you find out what happened? Find out if it was going to happen again?
They were doing experiments.
They don't-
There was a huge explosion.
Yeah. During one of their experimentations, something went wrong. And
It seems tied to the wormlings, so since they're dead, it's not going to happen again.
as
Okay.
we were preparing to leave and come back, the climate on the island seemed to be evening out, I
What
guess
does that
is
mean?
the best way to say that.
What was wrong with the island?
Half
it
of it was
a tropical
sweaty
island?
ball jungle, and the other half was frozen tundra. It seemed to be balancing itself.
See, that is important information. Thank you for being forthcoming with what I sent you there for. Is there anything else I should know about the island so that I can tell them?
Well, we don't seem to know what's important and what's not because you're not giving us the information for it.
You're not giving me very much information either. I'm just your mission was to observe and report, and then take care of anything obviously dangerous. Sounds like you took care of a couple of wormlings. That's great. You observed that the island has a split personality when it comes to its weather. That's also interesting. Is there anything else?
A split personality. That's been taken care of since the wormlings are dead.
Is there anything else that you think would be important that I know? And he looks down at you, Kakron, and speaks very slowly.
I reach into my bag and grab one black dragon scale and one white dragon scale and throw them on his desk. I'm like, they weren't wormlings.
And he looks down and sees two wormling scales and says, looks like they were.
Okay.
So, is there anything else? Or should I go off of that to determine how much to pay you? Alright then. And he goes over to his drawer and he counts out 5,000 gold pieces. And pushes them forward. He says, look, I know that must have been hard for you. And he looks over at Asteria and he says, I didn't want you to die. I don't want any of you to die. That doesn't behoove me. But you have to understand, this is a business. I'm doing all I can to make sure that it thrives.
We'll
I
see
want
what
to
happens.
Succeed. More than anything in this world, I want to succeed. If you help me do that, great. I'll make sure that your money keeps coming. But if you come into my office like this again, and we're done, and I won't protect you. Respect me for who I am, for what I've given you, or get the fuck away from me with the ramifications. I'm gonna give us a few days. You can determine whether or not you come back. And if you do, I'll have something waiting for you. Now goodbye. And he sits in his chair and turns away from you.
All right, I walk out.
So I'm already downstairs at the bar, grabbing a few drinks, chatting it up.
Yep. I throw my 3 empty flagons on top of his desk and then leave.
Joe, just out of curiosity, does Shambhala have like a public registry for property ownership and business ownership?
Not public. Like there are people. There is records.
Could I
of
go
who owns shit.
request records?
You can
for
try.
business inquiries.
You can try. Yeah. There's no reason to say that you couldn't try. You can talk to somebody.
Was Gray in the room during all that?
He was standing outside the door like he does.
Okay. I would like to, if I can, ask Gray to walk with me.
Okay. So while they're having the rest of that conversation, Gray came with you while you were hiding your orb. What happened to you guys out there?
Gray, are you weak of constitution? I pull out Bix's body.
And he starts throwing up. Yes! Weeping and vomit everywhere. But luckily, it's when you got to the water closet, so he's just kind of throwing up in the toilet.
At least it's not decayed or anything.
Hashtag worth it.
What happened? What?
Listen.
I thought she was just doing something else.
Listen. Believe me, you were feeling all the things we felt.
Oh, I love it.
Listen,
I love it.
Did you go visit your mother?
Oh,
Mother.
man.
Your
That was
grandmother?
awesome.
Yeah, no, I didn't have time. We had a boom of membership, and I had to stay. And
So what's been going on? Gray, talk to me. Let's walk. I have to go. I have some people I need to speak with regarding an upcoming
are you
transaction.
just gonna leave her body there?
No, we brought it back so we can properly bury her. Isn't that beautiful?
I guess so.
We can plant with her.
Oh my god.
Oh God. And he keeps crying as he follows you.
Gray, tell me what's been going on these past weeks. We've been gone for quite some time.
Well,
That's fucking
and
awesome.
starting to kind of get composure now. He says, I don't know. There was a lot of scared people after the attack. A few people sent word to Masri. The mayor sent word specifically. He sent a couple of knights out here, and they took a look around, and they said it was just a stupid orc attack, and that we were blowing out of proportion.
Nothing of a necromancer, Gray.
No, we told him about I think they told him about the guy, but they were like, he's just an orc, and we're overreacting. God, Bix is dead.
Listen, death is a part of life. Sadly to say, it comes sooner to some than others.
She was so young and pretty.
Well, I mean, if you have the money to fork out for a
The
resurrection,
creepy kind of way she was pretty.
right? If you have the money to fork out for a resurrection, I mean, that is always a possibility. But
that sounds expensive. But
indeed, from what I have been told, it's rather expensive.
No, I bet she'd be happier this way. And then he keeps talking about. He says, "So the knights left.
Nice.
But word got around, and so we had a lot of people come in, and they were like, hey, how do I make money around here killing orcs? And they were like, well, you can come to Harold. He has like an adventuring guild. And then we got like 40 new people. And then
Interesting.
so there's
Can-
a lot more people in town in general.
Right. Anyone seedy been hanging around the place? People you wouldn't introduce to your mother.
I wouldn't introduce many people that I've met in this line of work to my mother.
Especially
Except for you,
so.
I wouldn't. Definitely you, but
That's very nice of you to say, Gray.
no, not more than usual. No.
Well, I'll just have you know. Take this as you will. Harold, threatened
Oh
this.
wait.
Sorry.
A few days ago, Harold had a meeting with this really big guy.
Like a big guy or like a
Oh no,
standing...
not like a.
Like
not
an
like-
upstanding guy.
No, he was like a physically large man.
Like corpulent?
No. Oh yeah. He was like a person.
Okay.
But he wasn't like human. He was bigger.
Okay.
He was really scary.
Okay.
He didn't say anything to me, but every time I tried to talk to him and like tell him, oh, well, I'll lead you in or whatever, he would like make this horrible like sound, like he was mad at me.
I'll be right back.
I hadn't done anything. And then he met with Harold for like a half an hour, and then he came out, and Harold was really scared.
Did he have any markings on the clothing he was wearing? Any tattoos? Any scars?
No.
What color was his skin, just out of
His
curiosity?
skin was like this really light grayish kind of skin.
Okay. Like an
Yeah.
ashen gray almost?
Yeah, he didn't have any hair, like no facial hair. He was bald, no eyebrows.
Did he have any teeth?
I mean, probably, but he didn't talk to me, so I didn't
That's
get much
fine.
to see them. I didn't see any markings. All of his clothes looked pretty nondescript.
Okay. So fairly plain looking, scary big fellow.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's all I
Let's
could think of.
It's interesting. Well, like I was saying, and I kind of hush my voice at this point, speaking very quietly. I'm sure you heard through the walls, because Harold
Sorry,
has
I'm back.
trouble controlling the volume of his voice most
I
of the
know.
time. He said that there were people who would be willing to kill any who left his employment.
Yeah.
So take that as you will. That doesn't, that doesn't really sit right with me. I don't know if it sits right with you, knowing that if you decide to find work elsewhere, you could be, killed for it and end up like poor Bix here.
Oh, God,
I love
you're
it.
so young and pure. Like in a creepy way.
Right. But I think I'm going to attempt to cause some sort of upset to kind of, well, shake loose the dirt and find what lies beneath. You can
Okay.
accompany me if you wish. Know this. It may draw the ire of your dear Harold and those who wish to kill us.
Make a persuasion. Ooh.
Oh, it's 12.
He says, I'm gonna stay here.
That's fine. Go on ahead. I'll be back in just a moment.
Matt forgot what day of the week it was.
Good, Matt.
Of course he did.
Wow.
And Matt,
Matt, you missed a whole lot, dude.
Whole bunch.
Wow.
A
you,
whole
lis-
lot.
you missed a lot of me yelling.
Oh, well.
I actually had
And
to turn
cried.
Joe down.
Yeah, the Herald Beast possessed Joe, and he cursed at us.
He did. He yelled at us a lot. I almost cried.
I curse at Matt all the time.
Yeah, that's not new to me. I'm indifferent to it now. On the outside.
So currently, Matt, you are with the party who has just been yelled at by Harold. Some information came from him that if they try to leave the guild, someone will try to kill them. and he was told they were paid. You guys were all given 5,000 gold pieces, and as a collective total.
So that's 833.3 repeating.
Of course.
And then he told you to take a couple of days and come back when you decide to continue working, and you'll have a job. Lexan, however, has been making Gray cry by showing Bix his dead her.
Just her closed,
I posted in chat.
rigor mortis affected face. Yes, partially pulling her out and going like hold on.
Like showing the inside of his trench coat.
Ew.
Matt, did you get that text from me?
Yeah, it's just my phone didn't receive for some reason because my phone sucks.
That's
Yeah, my phone's been really fucking weird. That's what's going on. I don't think it was you. I think it was me.
Damn, I've got 1,100 gold
It's like
again.
when those cops are showing Patrick the sign of the killer or the burglar or whatever. They keep like turning it around. It's like ah, like that.
Alright.
Quick little hey.
So,
I'm sorry,
Lexan,
guys. I'm 27. I make SpongeBob references.
Yeah, whatever works, dude.
I'm 27 and I hate that show.
I
Never
don't like it
experienced that
now.
show.
No, I've always hated it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So you, Lexan, you are going to find a public registrar?
I'm going to find a register of sorts. If there's an office of property,
Make an investigation.
deeds, stuff like that.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, it leads you to the other side of town. You have to cross the bridge to what looks to be just like the civics area. There is like where the judge, like where the courthouse is. A lot of just like if you needed to get like permits for things, you would go in this building basically.
Great.
It's a pretty nondescript kind of building. Doesn't seem like anyone really felt the need to gussy it up. But it's about 3 stories, brick building. As you head inside up a few steps, you're greeted by a man who is sitting at a round desk, like it encircles him, and he's sitting in the middle of it. Inside, it's very sparsely decorated. There's a few doors around on the walls in the room, but nothing, like a few flowers, a couple of pretty generic paintings, nothing.
Nice.
He sits up at attention, like people don't come in here a lot, and he says, "Oh, hello. Can I help you with something?"
Oh yes. I hate to interrupt whatever it is you're doing, but I do have some very important business to discuss. So I'm kind of new to this whole, let's just say, interacting with people of high standing. So forgive me, and I give a short bow.
He stands and nods back. It's all right. No need to be so formal.
Play him, bro. Play him like a fiddle.
Can I get you something? Is there something I can help you find, or someone you need to talk to?
It's more or less, I'm just curious. I know that these records are not public, but I was curious, and I will give him the information regarding where the building is located and on which plot of land it's located, I guess.
Okay.
Like, I don't know that, but I'm
That's
sure he
easy
would
enough.
know.
Yeah. He as you start to describe what you're actually looking for, he takes out a large a map of the city.
Come here,
places it down.
And I'll point it out.
Where's your booby?
Yeah, and he
Where's
says,
my booby?
okay,
Where's my baby girl?
what about
Very-
it?
Just curious,
Where's my baby girl?
if you could give me the information on the landowner
Oh, yeah,
and
come on,
the
baby.
property owner for
Yes.
the building.
Yes, she's my
I
baby.
would like to contact
Oh,
them.
kisses. It's kisses.
Um,
We love kisses.
I don't
Good girl.
think I can give that information out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it seems
Good girl.
that's not
Good girl.
how.
What's the owner's name, perhaps?
Go away.
I would
No.
really like
Child.
to commission them to perhaps, well, find who they commissioned to create this building.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh!
Is that all you want to use it for? To find an architect?
Less the architect, more the person who owns it.
Well, yeah, so you can ask them about who built the building.
Indeed.
to
But I
find
would
the
like to have a
architect.
good heart-to-heart with that person. Perhaps
Okay.
pick up any information regarding this architect they may have contacted. You know how it is, trying to schmooze people.
Okay.
It's all about who you know and who you can rub elbows with.
Look, I'm not really supposed to do that, but if that's all you really want it for, I guess I
Just
can,
a name.
I guess I can look it up. And
I
then
would
you see
appreciate
him.
that.
He goes down under the desk and starts to pull out filing cabinets and pull them out. Look. Do, 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 do.
As he's doing, I say, it seems fairly quiet here today.
Yeah, that's every day.
Usually fairly. Oh, every day. That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
not a lot of people need to visit the. Usually, it's people that need permits, and I get a lot of fishing licenses.
Ah, well.
Minister.
Yeah,
That's
you know.
about it.
Well, let's just say I might be, here to buy a permit for some zoning or construction
Oh,
in the future. If I can get a hold of this, these people I'm trying to get a hold of.
of course. Well, if you need that, I'm the man for you. Either me or Stan. He's here when I'm not.
I see.
And then he keeps flipping. After 5 minutes or so, he pulls out a file, opens it up. All right. Looks like what you're looking for is a man named Harold Littlebranch.
Ah, so Harold is the owner. I see. So he owns both the land and the building.
Yes, it would appear. Well, the building, yes, he's actually paying. We have a program here where you can rent out the land to build on. So he has to pay us, like the city proper, for the land, and then he pays the taxes on the building. Yes, it is a double dip, but it allows more people. It allows more people to build in town when we have vacancies to do so. Usually they build something a little more useful than a bad pub and adventurers guild. But I've met Harold.
Burn.
He has a way with words when he wants to.
Oh, yes, actually. I've spoken to him before.
He must have schmoozed his way to this.
Well, let's just say he hasn't earned it, honestly. I give him a wink and just continue with light conversation, as if I didn't just say something really shitty.
And he reacts as if you said something really shitty, and then is like, well, oh, but he's just gonna change the subject. Oh, okay.
I suppose there's no public holding whatsoever, given the secret nature of keeping all this information somewhat private.
How do you mean? Like,
Well, let's just say I wanted to purchase his rights to the land.
Oh, he has a lease.
What if I were to buy out his lease?
You'd have to buy the land outright.
And how much would this plot of land be worth?
He starts to flip through, and he says, okay, land itself, it looks like it would cost you about 8,000 gold pieces. However, since there is a tenant, in order to break their contract, it usually doubles it.
So 16,000 gold pieces.
Yes.
Oh. Well, this is a little consternating. Who do I speak with about doing this? Are you the man?
I'm mostly just the one that hands you the forms.
Okay.
But since there's a tenant, you will have to talk to my boss.
Oh, Stan isn't your boss, is he?
No, Stan's the other clerk.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, I would like to meet all of you at some point, but your boss will suffice for now if they're about.
I'll come with me. And he opens up a little
Making
bed
deals
on the desk and steps out. And as he steps down, you notice now, you thought he was just crouching over at first, but he's a halfling. He just kind of waddles through and starts leading you along through one of the doors. And he leads you to a small waiting room. Inside the waiting room, there is a single chair and a pitcher of water on a desk. He says, help yourself to that. I'm going to tell him you're here and what you're here for and see if he's willing to talk to you about it. These things, Since there is a lease, they have to be willing to do it. You might have to talk to him about it. But if you're offering the money, I don't see why he wouldn't. But who knows? Maybe he doesn't like your face. And
that's unfortunate. I don't know anyone who hasn't liked this face. So we'll see.
He looks at you and smiles. He says,
Fey presence.
Nice face, you're right. And he turns and knocks on the door. You hear, "Come in," on the other side. And
He doesn't sound like a big gray orc, so that's nice.
He opens the door and just disappears for a few minutes. You sit in the room with the room temperature water. And after about 5 or so minutes, he comes back out. And behind him, you see an elf. A man who's very slender, tall, wearing fine clothes, jewelry. His hair is pulled up into a top knot. And he's got a very, very posh kind of regalness to him. And he says, "It comes to my attention that you're here to purchase the land out from under a man.
Let's just say I'm here to make it worth your while. Because as a man of office, your time is precious. Time is money. And let's just say 25,000 gold pieces.
Come
Now.
inside. I don't want to speak about this in front of..."
Oh, I thought we
No,
were
he was just
forget I
leaving
said
from
that.
the door. Sorry.
Okay. So, I would like to discuss this. Yes, if we could have just a moment to ourselves.
Of course. Rodney, would you go back to your post? And then the halfling says, "Of course, yes, I will be up front, reading a book." And he walks off, and the man gestures you in.
This is a mighty fine
Inside,
establishment.
inside, you see a nice office. He has a desk made of oak. There are finer paintings in here. You see a few art pieces, actually, sculptures, small, like statues. Everything seems very elven. Everything is very long, if that makes any sense. Like, everything is a little
Accentuated.
higher than it should be. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Everything's very elven.
Yes, everything's very elven, very beautiful, and well crafted. A lot of wood and natural kind of accents to things. There is a chair across from at his desk. There is also a window. However, the window, based on the geometry of this building, should lead to nowhere. But you can see a meadow on the other side of it. He sits down in his chair, gestures for you to do the same. He says, "Hello. What
Hi.
is your name?"
Oh, the name is Lexon Ferrison, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name? I'm sorry. My name is Botha.
Also, as I said, it is a pleasure, and thank you for welcoming me into your office. You do seem to be quite the man of office. Let's just say, I can tell you like business. You're very good at business.
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 No, that's not the word I would use.
That's
money.
the word I would use in
Power.
company.
But business will do fine.
Well,
So,
so
you want to purchase something?
I would like to, yes, very much. It's, let's just say, I know a little bit, not too terribly much, about how things work. At least, my eyes have been open to the machinations of how business works.
Yes.
I've been told to shut up and get out of my office. I've been told yes, sir. I've been told no, sir. But here, for you today, I understand that the plot of land is worth 8,000 gold pieces. Will require double payment to deal with the contract, the lease for the tenant.
Yes.
But
You'll have to be
I
compensated.
stand here today offering you 25,000 gold pieces. Triple and then some.
That's quite the offer. Of course, doesn't really help me much. If you know what I mean.
Oh, does it not?
No, the money that you'd be paying would go, well, part of it to Harold.
Rolled exactly.
The extra, the 8,000.
So 9,000
Break
gold
his
pieces
contract.
wouldn't do you any good.
Oh, they wouldn't go to me now, would they? I don't own the land.
Mm,
I am simply
Okay.
a facilitator.
So 8,000 to pay off the land,
Yes.
another 8,000 to pay off Harold,
Yes.
and a 9,000 hanging in
pay
the
off
air
the
would go
land.
to you?
To pay off the
Mm.
land. Whatever you decide to give me, whatever we agree upon.
I'm
That
sorry,
goes
I
to the
don't follow.
Make an insight check. He's a bureaucrat. He is.
See, Lexon doesn't understand this.
You get the feeling that you don't. You're not sure what he's getting.
He's
at.
being sincere, but in a shitty way.
Yeah,
in a
he's
seedy
telling
way?
he's telling you that paying extra officially does not help him.
Right.
So no matter what amount of money you offer for the land,
Because
doesn't.
I know what he's getting at.
Yeah.
Me as a person, I know what he's saying.
Yes.
Lexon is flying over his head. But with that explanation, he says, sure, we can do that, as long as the property is paid for.
All right. So, 16,000 gold pieces. Yes.
16,000.
And then whatever you look. There is a bar on the south side. It's called, oh heavens, it's been a while since I've been there. Oh, of course. The Rusty Trombone.
Oh, Jesus.
Very crass. The people down there.
Sounds like it was once very brass.
Sounds like someone named it right off the top of their head right now.
No, I would never do that. And he says, look, if there's a lot of people down there that real business gets done when they're there. I don't frequent it, but occasionally I do real business. I'm planning on doing some real business there tonight. Do you understand?
Is he talking about gay sex? That's what I'm understanding.
Totally.
Jesus,
So,
man.
When you mentioned the rusty trombone, I immediately thought, so that's like a Dirty Sanchez or a Cleveland Steamer kind of thing. This guy's talking about the Elvin Down Low. I'm totally on board with this.
Oh my God.
The rusty trombone, you say? Well, I believe I can find myself wandering in that part of town.
A pretty boy like you, I'm sure that you could.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my damn.
And he says, well, if you want to give me that gold now, I will have Rodney give you the paperwork, and we will have Harold his notice by the end of the day. I never cared for that little shit.
Let's just say my opinion of him has been dwindling.
Good. Well, then I hope I see you soon.
Likewise.
Well, this could be fun.
And at that, he stands, politely shows you the door.
Thank you again for allowing me to experience this office. It's very
Isn't
grand.
it?
It's very, yes.
And
I
then he
will
closes the door
leave.
behind you. You step out. You tell Rodney. Rodney gives you the paperwork. It's a thick, like, pamphlet. Looks to be about 25 pages of actual signing shit, writing down things, fucking initials and bullshit.
That's
all
fine.
that. Yeah. It's very official.
I write in my book for fun. I think we'll be fine.
Okay, so what are the rest of you
I'm
doing?
paying out 16,000 right now, right?
Yes, he
Okay.
took the gold.
So that's 16 platinum. Or no, that's
160.
1,600.
Isn't it? No,
But it's
1,600. 10 to 1.
1,600.
yeah,
You're right.
1,600.
Drop a zero. You're good.
Yeah.
300.
All right. So, the rest of you, what are you doing while Lexon was off?
We were sitting outside the bar getting drunk talking about what happened with Harold.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
at the
quite a few
bar.
of us there dipping flagons in the ale barrel outside.
No,
First
by the
of-
time you come back, that it's gone. All that.
Oh, well, another 10 gold.
Brings out another one, and you all drink Shadow, who doesn't
Yes.
seem to but will do so if you command him to do so.
I do. I'm sitting on his neck, dipping into the barrel.
Asks the bartender, so, do you own this place, or does Harold own this place?
I don't know. Harold signs the releases of my gold, so that one. Don't care as long as I get paid. I don't need to worry about.
Oh, losing
So what
internet.
happened right recently? There's actually, people here.
Yeah, there's more people in town, so more people have been coming.
Mike, you okay?
Yeah, you
Yep.
search robotics in it too.
So,
Tamara, can you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mike, can you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Great, we're good now. Probably. So, did anyone else want to accomplish anything while Lexon was gone, besides getting day drunk?
Well, not just day drunk. We were kind of powwowing about
Okay.
Isn't that
Harold's
drunk?
reaction and what we thought of it.
Is that what you guys were doing over here in the comments?
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Great, I gotta read it now.
Awesome.
I mean,
So-
basically, we just said, or I asked if anybody else was shocked by the intensity of Harold's reaction. And, yeah. I mean, it's all speculation. It's like, yeah, that seemed a little overdone unless someone else is pulling the chains and that kind of stuff.
So, I want to ask the bartender, what do you plan on doing when everyone leaves again? When, all this hubbub dies down and, people realize, Harold's kind of shitty.
Probably go back to having an easier job.
Less tips?
Less tips, yeah, but less work, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
Suggest you turn up the charm right now. Raking that cash while you got all the business. Maybe jack up the prices just a little bit. Just maybe just one extra little coin.
I will consider that.
Because soon they're all gonna be gone again, and it's just gonna be so boring here again. It's gonna be us come up there just asking for another flag, just another keg of mead for the road, just like old
Are you-
times.
Road
Are you
keg.
totally drunk confessing?
He's looking at you so fucking annoyed. Like, he wants you to walk away so bad, but he thinks there's still a chance you're gonna tip him because you keep talking about it, so he's not saying anything.
Yeah, so what's a normal drink? A gold or something, like a silver?
A
What's a normal
gold.
drink? A gold? I give him a gold and a silver.
Oh, were you asking me or him?
I was asking you.
Oh,
I figured
yes,
I would know by now. What's up?
That's silver.
Silver,
Yeah,
silver?
silver.
I
Yeah.
give him 3 silver.
High ballin'.
He nods.
Big baller.
He nods. He says, "Look, I got other people to take care of. If you need anything, let me know." And then he
No, I should be
turns away from you and walks to the other side of the bar to talk to a man who is clearly passed out.
Anyone particularly interesting looking in here?
Make a perception check.
Oh yes, fuck yeah, dude. Shit I live for. But I have advantage because I have my shield on me, because I always do.
Nope,
Didn't fucking matter.
not particularly. No one seems very interesting. You see a few people that are probably traveling salesmen, and their caravan, like they're the mercenaries they employ to keep them safe. See 2 sets of those, but other than that, everyone seems to just be people that are either passing through or regulars in town.
Alright. Never mind then. I'm gonna... Yeah, guess I head outside with the, dog and pony show outside.
All right. At this point, you see Lexon come up the road.
I'm walking back inside to get another barrel, by the way.
You are all reunited now as Lexan returns.
I give the 15
That's
gold
right.
to the bartender, and I start walking out with a keg on my shoulder.
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
Okay.
If you want to join us, go grab a flagon. We're just dipping.
I dip, you dip, we dip.
Yes.
So, is there a conversation we need to have, or are we doing something else?
So, team, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like White Plains, you know, is kind of cool. That's the whole disease thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh!
I mean, that sounds like a good market to, dip into.
It's a crossroad town, you know, a little bigger. And we clear out that disease of theirs. You know, we're big old fucking heroes, and everyone wants to hire us or stuff.
Exactly. And, you give us discounts on purchasing stuff.
Yeah.
Hell, we might not even have to buy anything. It'll just be given to us.
Ooh, maybe there's probably a nice, clear, open, keep that's has been abandoned because the people left. And I guess they'll just give it to us for, clearing out the disease, saving the city.
Absolutely. Has Lexan actually got back up to us yet? While
Yeah,
we're
he's
saying
there.
this?
You're all together.
Any takers?
Well, I have some information that was given to me about the disease at White Plains.
What?
What?
So, remember when we were playing that card game? And we kept drawing cards and annoying the crap out of you, Culver? I was given an answer to a question, and the question was, how do we cure the disease up in White Plains? Did some meditating. Sorry, say again.
No, continue.
Was meditating, and my sensei came to me saying that it isn't a disease, but that the people are being poisoned by goblins. The entire town is being poisoned by goblins.
Even fucking easier, dude. Kill some goblins. Oh my god, this is great.
We fucking hate goblins.
You telling me I get to kill something?
Let me know when I get back.
Have to wait.
You've been back.
You've been back.
You're all together. I've said that twice or
Sorry.
3 times.
Sorry, I had to step away for a minute.
Wait, Lexan's here?
We're all together.
Oh, hey guys, I just flew in from out of town.
Are your arms tired?
Yeah.
I can't. No, I can't. I don't have any spell slots left. I can make myself fly, right?
I know.
I appreciate the joke.
Probably got to switch your arm around, right? Like cast
See
that
these
spell.
guns? And I'm still wearing my sleeveless robe.
And it's like the cartoon where like the arm shrinks down. Like it doesn't.
You know what? Those guns look like they need a flagon. I hand him one of the 2 flagons that I had.
Cacron, I don't drink. You know that. You made fun of me for it.
It's a special occasion. Just go ahead.
I don't drink.
Dude, the guns.
Also,
the guns.
you would have, Lexan, you would have heard Culver talking about setting up shop in White Plains.
Oh, well, I think that'd be a great idea if we left for White Plains very soon. Very, very soon. Perhaps tomorrow at the earliest. Tomorrow at the latest as well.
Knew you'd be on board. You seem to dislike Harold the most.
Oh, well, it's a little less of that and a little more of... I don't like being yelled at.
Well, I don't think any of us do. I just wanted to get paid.
Of course. And did you get paid?
Yes.
We did, and we hand over
I don't
his
think
portion.
I don't think we got paid enough.
How much did you get paid?
5,000
We got
total.
5,000.
That's not too terrible. Split between 6 of us.
Yep,
But for
833 apiece.
everything that happened.
What
Wait,
time
you
of
guys
day is it?
Told him we killed a dragon. We killed 2
4
dragons.
p.m.
Yes.
Listen. Let's not talk about that in the open.
It's totally drinking time. That's what it is.
About an hour and a half, 2 hours before dusk.
So given that we
Fuck me, Alice.
made our
Actually,
peace with
probably
Harold,
like an hour before dusk.
what do you say we go berry base?
Ooh yeah.
We haven't done that yet?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yep.
Could give him a bear that seat.
At hearing at that, see Gray pops his head out, and he says, I don't know if it matters at all, but she was from Moonborough.
Go see a map.
From where?
Moonborough.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Appropriately hippie druid-ish.
I don't know where that is.
South.
Oh, that's way south.
In the Misty Bog.
He says, I don't know if you want to take her back home, but that's where she's from.
We got her on ship now.
Dude, she's actually gonna be just like decaying the entire way.
I think we ruled that there was no air or like.
Actually,
It's
insects
slowing
or
her
anything.
her decay for sure.
we're traveling to White Plains.
Yep.
I say this to Kakron. Quietly. Is this true?
Yes.
Okay. She really liked the Pleasant Wood when we were there. With the flowers.
She did.
I feel like that would be the best choice.
I'll tell you what. Let me go on a small shopping trip to prepare. And we can take care of this.
How long do you think it would take for us to get to that small grove with the yellow flowers and then back, Joe?
A day?
Would it take a day?
No.
Wasn't that north of Starkville, right?
You mean the place where you went with Melda, or you were? It would have been here.
Never mind then.
Yeah, 33 miles. That'd take us a few days' travel.
Probably a day and a half. Day and a half to get there, and probably I'll say day and a half to get back. There and back.
Okay.
A hobbit's tale.
How about in the morning we leave and go to the Pleasant Wood and then come back. Prepare and then leave.
Sounds like a good plan.
Tonight,
We could do that.
I have a place that we need to go.
If you want to come with me to the Rusty Trombone,
You're bringing us with you on a date?
I need you to be my eyes and ears.
well, he's gonna be the mouth.
Oh my god.
I don't understand what's so funny. I haven't told anything to you yet.
Oh, Alex didn't hear it.
Oh.
Anyway, back to character. Back to character.
Oh god.
Anyway, we can continue our frivolities. That is what you wish.
Sounds good.
Gray, stay safe.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye. All right.
Kakron, let's go on that shopping trip.
Yes. And I'm basically just looking for material components. I need 50 GP worth of silvered powder, or powdered silver.
Silver powder sounds better.
Silver and powder.
You could get that from the same guy that Fenrith got his staff
Yeah.
from. Go ahead, mark that off.
Could you imagine trying to silver powder?
It'd be a little difficult.
Why aren't you worth more? So, that's fine. You got it. Anything else you need?
That's all I need for that.
I was trying to do the ceremonies.
All right. By the time you get up to the other side of town and back, the sun is set. It's around 6:30ish.
Let's head to the southern side of town.
Where are we going?
It's a surprise.
You ask around about the rusty trombone, and people. One guy gives you a weird look.
One
but
guy gives you a weird look.
he gives you a really weird look, but then he just kind of says, I don't know what to talk about, walks away. The next person you ask is like, oh yeah, it's that fucking dive. It's just a little bit west of here. And you get directions and blah, 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 blah.
On the way, I would like to explain to everyone hushedly so what I did.
Make a hush check. So you all right? So you are now abreast to the conversation that you heard between Botha and Lexa.
Okay.
Now I know that may seem like a bold move, and I know we were talking about purchasing something of our own, but then I thought, why not buy something that's already been established? Then I thought, why not buy it, set it on fire, and leave?
Oh, you are just evil, sir.
Not gonna do that.
Evil? No.
But I
Just
like
leaving
it.
a message.
I would like to point out that you didn't buy the building.
No. I did buy the land, and...
You did. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If I own the land and something happens to the building on it, it's the guard's job, and they can deal with that.
No, it's not
We'll be
happening.
long gone.
Not letting that happen.
Oh, why not?
Because there's other buildings. There's other people. There's
Okay.
people who are gonna put that fire out, who are gonna put their lives in danger. It's not happening.
All right then. So what do you suggest we do? Stay here and die?
No, but we can whatever we can do it without letting cities on fire.
Can I just go assassinate Harold? Is that a thing?
When you weren't here.
Yeah, something tells me that won't work, Clock, as much as it should happen.
Like I've known the guy for like 3 days, and I got sent to go kill a dragon. Like it's been real fun, but I don't like the guy.
Well, Culver, if you're not going to let me burn down the building, then we have a plot of land and an empty building.
Well, I mean, you do. Whew.
I
Yeah.
have not signed any of these documents.
Oh well. I mean, if you could get your... Personally, I'd like to go to White Points, but I mean, if we got a setup here, I guess we have a setup here. But
I was unaware
Just
that
saying,
this
I'm
was a
not cool with
$16,000
building.
spite mission.
Oh yeah, this was going to be a totally 16,000 gold spite mission.
all I'm
I mean-
saying is I'm not cool with putting other people who don't deserve it in harm's way, which is exactly what that will do.
Oh,
That's debatable.
I mean, if that's your problem with it, we could just, let it fall into disrepair instead.
Don't come to school tomorrow. Some of you are cool, but don't come to school tomorrow.
Oh, no, we could close up the building and not, let anybody in.
You could just let the bartender own the place, run it as a bar, but in a tavern, use Harold's office as a fuck shack. But
Fuck check.
Dirty Mike and the boys. All I'm saying is, setting a fire in a crowded city, there's always going to be collateral. Even if that one building catches on fire, there's still people putting it out, and that's not cool by me.
Yeah, but you also have magic users that could probably contain it.
I was going to say, what we
Probably.
need is a controlled detonation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Delayed blast fireball. Smart.
If
Smart.
only.
I'm not there yet.
Well,
Yo, NASCAR fan, what's up,
perhaps,
buddy?
I'll
How you
just
doing,
have
man?
the
How you
place
doing?
demolished.
I mean, you could, yeah, do whatever you want. Just murder a bunch of deer and leave their corpses in there. Stake the place up. I
Oh
don't care
no,
what you do. Just
even better.
don't
Think I would.
harm others.
We buy out the fish market and just leave it in there.
Meow.
It's less about making it bad and more about getting rid of it.
So why don't we just feed it over to the bartender and he can
Are
just run it
you
as a bar?
Trying to make it look like an accident?
I'm trying to make it look like you
A
don't.
statement.
Yes, I'm trying to make a statement.
Lexon,
Yes.
perception check.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
I am, kind of whispering all this. I
No,
did
that's
say
fine.
that.
That's fine. You notice that there is someone following you.
Okay.
You kind of look over your shoulder and you notice Rodney, the halfling that you met earlier. He doesn't seem to want you to notice him, but he is following.
Okay.
Make an insight check.
Sure.
He looks... There's something off. He doesn't look... He was not jolly before, but pleasant.
Oh,
friendly.
really?
Looks-
That sucks, dude. Yeah, I've been pretty tired myself. I've been working myself like crazy.
Did you want to go? Continue? Except,
Ooh, fun.
Where are we
Clock.
going?
I need you to watch over
That's
me.
crazy.
Someone following me. I describe Rodney the clock. Rest of you, go on to the rusty trombone.
Do I
Okay,
need to
okay.
make a check to follow this dude?
Come here, baby.
I just need you to disappear, but keep a watch.
Come here,
I'm
baby.
gonna try to inconspicuously climb a building out of the dude's vision to keep watching him.
Go for it, make stealth check.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
Okie doke, Smokey.
Alright, so I'm just keeping tabs on him then.
Yeah, you kind of crawl up the side of a building and lay flat, just kind of keeping your eye out as Lexon turns and looks around. He notices you notice him, but he's not smooth like Clock would be, or even Fenrith. And so as he sees you, you make like the slightest of eye contact, and then he turns to like a newspaper stall and just picks up a newspaper and starts looking at it.
So what you're saying is he's
Like
acting the
different-
cat.
Oof, man,
Yeah,
that's
like,
crazy.
we're
No
just, like,
water
Kill the
for
Cacron. He
5
cacked
hours.
himself. I'm going to just kind of list
crazy.
over to him, and in passing, I will use Fey Presence to charm him.
Okay, babe, lay down.
60.
Lay down, baby.
Do you know if it worked or not?
I do.
It did not. He looks over and he says, "Oh, hey there."
Hey.
You can see the paper he's holding is shaking.
Oh, Rodney, you didn't tell me you suffered from tremors.
Yeah. Friend of the family.
Really?
He's not looking at you. He refuses to make eye contact.
Very interesting. You didn't shake very much when we spoke last. Perhaps it's just a
Oh,
nightly
well, that's
thing.
good.
You know, people getting on
I
and
get to sleep during the day.
Oh,
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
function
You know.
worse at night. I
I
just
haven't
have
had my
one
pipe today.
simple question for you.
Uh-huh.
How are you doing this evening?
So good.
Really? Do
I'm
tell.
really good. I'm really good.
Where were you heading?
Oh, I was just out for a stroll.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
You live in this part of town?
No, but I like to walk here. It's more
That's
dangerous.
interesting. More
Hi,
dangerous.
baby.
You like to walk in very
Hi, baby.
dangerous areas. You
I
are
get
a
a lot
very
of-
interesting
in
person.
my life.
Very, very
Hi, baby girl.
interesting. So,
Well,
Alright, man. Take it easy, brother.
do you live a double life?
I?
Is
Harf.
Yes, please.
Harf.
kind of the
That's
bookish
a performance.
bookkeeper?
That's a oh god.
You're keeping an eye out on these people talking. It just looks like Lexon is talking to this small halfling wearing like this trench coat and a hat.
Good girl.
God, I need more
Back
work
off.
to do.
Yes.
Uh,
Rodney, do you live a double life as like the bookish bookkeeper, and then at night you're like the prowler and dangerous side of town?
you know, when you say it like that, I realize it's kind of dumb, right? Stupid. It shouldn't
Oh,
be here.
I think it's got quite a good ring to it. You know, it's daring. It's
Yeah,
brave.
now that you mention it, though, I really should get.
It's incredibly stupid, Rodney.
My cats will be worried.
Your cats. Oh, well, let's just see. I have a cat.
I'm a
and,
cat.
I have a cat. So, Rodney,
Yeah. He starts to fold up the paper, but it's really hard because he's shaking.
what do you? I take
Leave
it
it.
out of his hand and fold it up, and then hand it back to him. What do you want?
Leave it.
Just passing through.
What do you want?
I really should be going, and then he
Should
turns
be.
and starts to walk away. Very
Can I-
quickly.
Can I cut him off?
Sure. Make an acrobatics check if you're gonna jump off the roof.
Hey, I did a
You jump
front flip, dude.
You run across two roofs to get in front of him, and then you do a flip, land in front of him, and just kind of look down at him, and he freaks the fuck out.
Oh, there's my cat. Hold on. There's my cat. No offense. You're a tabaxi, you're not a cat. But it's just a play on words.
And he falls down when you land, like he's on his ass now.
So Rodney, welcome to the dangerous part of town. Don't tell me, what were you doing here? Really?
He turns to answer you, but as he does, you see all the life kind of just drain from his face, and his eyes close, and he collapses.
Aw, crap.
It's not the answer I was looking for, Rodney. I go down and I kind of smack him in the face a few times.
Literally scared him.
He doesn't stir.
I check his pulse.
It's gone.
Oh, that's great. Is there a bench nearby?
Yeah.
I will like to put him on the bench and kind of use the newspaper as a pillow.
Make an investigation check as you're pulling him over.
Sure. 23.
You find, as you're pulling him over, that your hand has blood on it. You look down, you see a dagger is lodged in his thigh. It looks like a dagger he was holding.
It's what?
It looks like a dagger he was holding at some point. Based on how it's jammed in there.
So it's in his like
in
the
his
upper side of his thigh, or like just
like the front part. Make a medicine check.
Sure.
That's not a mortal wound.
Oh.
How do you check to see if the weapon's
Clock. I need you to heal him. I've seen you do it before. Please.
Okay. Lay on hands.
Okay.
If that's.
Yeah, you pump some points. You pump a point into him. He doesn't come back.
I use my quarterstaff. You said it's not a mortal wound?
No.
So it's poison, right? How do you check to see if the weapon's poisoned?
So
pull it out?
it wasn't the dagger that killed him.
You can pull out the dagger and take a look at it.
No, I'm going to use my dagger to remove the dagger.
Okay. You dig it out, and it falls to the ground.
Oh, Rodney, what have you gotten tied up into? I wrap his leg with the newspaper.
Okay.
And we'll place him on the bench.
From there, Weekend at Bernie style.
Nice.
I fold his arms behind his head.
So relaxed.
Make a general
Performance.
I guess charisma check. Yeah.
A performance check?
It's the same thing for me.
Good.
Oh, let's add a D4. Because that's an ability check.
He looks alive enough.
It's good.
He looks like he's taking a nap.
Like bird.
He bleeds from his eye.
Well, I mean, if his heart isn't pumping, it's not really bleeding that much then.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well then, Rodney seems to suffer also from narcolepsy. Sleep tight, Rodney. Hope nobody robs you tonight.
Can I investigate Rodney's body, like the note? How would I do that?
What note? There's a note?
Whatever.
Yeah, I would like to help investigate his body, see if there's anything on him aside from the dagger.
Go ahead, one of you make it with advantage, plus a d4, I imagine.
So add a d4.
Okie dokie.
Doesn't make a difference.
Shit.
15.
Looking him over...
No, advantage 22.
Oh, 22, sorry.
Looking him over, he doesn't seem to have a lot. He has a coin purse that has about 15 gold pieces in it. However, looking through while you're looking through the coin purse, you notice that one of the coins is not Arias minted.
Can I take the coin?
You can take them all.
I mean, the one.
Okay. Gold is gold. It'll spend the same. But make an intelligence check, Clock, and Lexon, since you're there too.
Yeah.
You both realize this is money from the Bree Isle, which is a continent northeast of here.
It's not the one Arias is currently conflicted with, right?
No, that's to the south.
Okay.
Sounds cheesy.
Very. That's interesting.
Looking around the rest of it,
double.
you don't see anything else weird about it.
Clock.
Yes.
Thanks for your help. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries. That's what I'm here for.
Should we catch up with the rest of the group?
Yeah, let's do it. Actually, all right. Can I just talk to Lex in private, like just like in character, like right here?
Do whatever you want.
So like, okay, so I'm trying to get this plan straight. We're moving, like we're making a new guild in a different city, in the place that had like the disease, which we now.
That's tentative. Look.
If there was like hypothetically a lot more money that we didn't know about, would that persuade anything, like any other plans that we could have?
Maybe, if we need real estate elsewhere. But right now, I've got things handled, don't you worry. I just need to see this squelched.
No, I understand. Just after the fact, if you need help with money to do something, if you think we need anything, just give or take 4,000 platinum.
Yeah, you missed him a little bit.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Clock.
Yeah, no worries. It's a fun deck of cards.
Just keep the coin purse tight.
Will do.
Pretty hard with that much coins in it.
Yeah.
It's not coins, it's small gemstones.
Well, he found the big wallet.
Oh, okay.
So
And I turned him into platinum pieces.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to know.
That's all. Let's go.
So you speed along. At this point, the rest of the group has found the rusty trombone, which is a dive. Ooh, is it dirty?
Is Guy Fieri here?
No, he's weirdly enough, he's at the drive-in.
We're rolling down.
So the question I have, do they have to think dark and heavy?
Jesus.
No. You roll in. There are a series of poorly constructed and or broken down tables. There's maybe 12 people in here total, and they seem to be very gruff, like the equivalent of a biker bar. They seem to be like, this is where any mercenaries coming through town would hang out, or criminals, things like that. And with the port, they probably get more. They probably get more people that have never been here before, as opposed to regulars. Probably not a place where most people come and hang out.
So what you're saying is this is my kind of place.
Yeah.
Not the type of dive I was expecting.
I mean, the place is very run down. It's dirty. There's bugs. There is a single barmaid who is wearing a very ill-fitting outfit. She's not
Hugo when you need it.
Right. She's not very thin, to say that nicely, and she has a lot of character to her face.
Ah, character.
Her corset is accentuating her bosom. And as you all enter, and eventually Clock and Lex and you will catch up, but for right now you're not there, she greets you with a, I ain't seen y'all lot in here before. What do you want?
Joe, I hear the pain in your voice as you do that.
Oh god, she's redneck.
Well,
Very.
Just trying to get a table, waiting on some friends. What we're doing.
She looks you over, Culver, in your very shiny armor and your very fancy shield. And she says,
my armor's probably all sorts of fucked up by now.
True. But it's nicer than anything. At most, you see rugged leathers around you.
And I run straight for the bar to grab some flagons.
Fucking
She
guy.
kind of spits it off.
Ugh.
All right, well, go ahead and grab yourselves a table. I'll be around when I can.
All right, thank you very much.
Right. Kakron, you run off to the bar. There is a single, very, very large man. He is human. Has dark. He is shaved bald. He has not sunglasses on, but like these weird goggles, so you can't see his eyes. He's looking down at you. Leans over the bar. He says, "Fuck you want?"
Give me 4 ales.
Give me 4 silvers.
Here you go.
Great. And he pushes the beer to you. The ale. All right.
And I imagine
Bye.
this looks. Alright, bye. I imagine this looks pretty bad, me carrying 4 flagons.
I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world.
Sure, they got handles.
Yeah.
Do each hand. You're
But
good.
I'll have your 18 check handle or go over. You bring them over to the table that you guys are now sitting at, which is probably at one point was well constructed, but it looks like it's between 3 or 4 owners and a dumpster. It has 3 legs when it's meant to have 4, and so it kind of wobbles. And there is what looks to be a broken broom there to make up the difference.
Nice.
Solid.
I mean,
I
it works.
lay the flagons in front of everybody. Drink it up. It'll put hair on your chest.
Looking in before you drink, you see at least 1 bug in each. I'll let you imagine whatever kind of bug you'd like.
I'm good. Adds protein.
That's very disgusting.
I haven't had a drink like
And
this
you say that as you
years.
approach. You and Clock managed to catch up now.
Oh hey, so he's no longer with us, figuratively and literally.
What were you
yeah.
talking about?
Oh, sorry, I'm just a little flustered. I sit down and I say, please, listen close. The man I got this paperwork from that I handed the money to buy out that lot was following us, and like you saw, I had Clock kind of watch over me. Spoke with him just a bit. I asked him one question for some information, and apparently he couldn't give it to me because he died.
How did he die?
Not sure. There was a dagger embedded in his thigh, but from what I can tell, that's not what killed him. His voice kind of trailed off, and he just fell lifeless.
You
Very strange.
thinking he poisoned himself on accident with a dagger, or someone did some magic shit at him from somewhere else?
Knowing what's been going on lately, I'm betting it's magic.
Cool.
But here's the thing. I'm here to meet that guy. And what if he's behind this? What if we're being double-crossed?